to share a link on TikTok?
Welcome, people. Welcome. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Loud and clear.
Yes.
How we doing, everybody? What's up, Ajay?
Hello, good morning, good evening,
Thomas
good night.
Price, what's up? Welcome.
Hey, Jordy McGinley. And Justin. What my last name is, bro?
Thomas, you know Justin's last name?
Give me some respect, bro.
Thomas Price, how we doing?
Who's Jordan?
Just want to say, by the way, again, for those of you who don't know who we are, I'm Jody. This is Justin. We're the Changeover podcast. We've had a lot of, I guess you can call it success lately and momentum lately with the last couple episodes. So I just want to thank you guys. And if you're a new subscriber to the channel, welcome. I just want to start by congratulating Justin. I know that he's a little bit unhappy with the results.
What, boy?
A little bit unhappy with the results, but compare that to 6 months ago when you weren't seeing the tournament court. Like now you actually have some things to work on. I guess some direction if you want. We don't have to, but we can talk about how it's been going. What you think about, I guess, your first couple of tournaments back?
This is a strange thing to celebrate. I feel my body's in a good place. That's number one. So happy for that. Grateful for that. And the tennis-wise, yeah, it's not been bad, I think I probably about even wins and losses right now. But every week the level seems to be getting a little bit higher. Even though I didn't win a match the last 2 weeks, I think the overall level, like between like highs and lows, is getting a bit smaller. It's getting closer together. But the good thing is I have more chances to play and my body feels good, so there will be many more opportunities to work on that stuff. But yeah, man, I can't complain too much. I'm here. I'm alive in one piece. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Crazy.
Zach, what you saying, bro? Everything good?
You can see him tomorrow
I will be seeing Zach in a couple of days.
or Wednesday.
Thomas asked if Evan left the podcast. Kind of. I mean, we don't really call it like that, but I talked to him today. Asking if you get close to the microphone.
I slow chin.
Evan's just playing some tournaments in Asia and doing his thing. So I think he's gonna be in the chat eventually. I talked to him today. He said him and Dre are gonna be in the chat. So let me know if y'all can hear us properly. If y'all can hear us clean. Zach, say you chilling.
You ready to train this week or what?
Zach, are we training? Are we training on like Wednesday or Thursday or even Friday or all of those days?
Man, say or, not on.
Yo, guys, by the way, do us a favor and like the video, please. Give us some love. Like the video, comment. For the people watching, let us know where you're watching from. If you're new to the channel, come say what's up. Aubrey, what's up?
That's a new name.
Ozan, welcome back. Usual suspect. Finally here. You see that right there? We'll be lifting a trophy this week. Right there. Lifting a trophy. This team right here. I said this pod changed my life. Yo, what y'all thinking about the Kyrgios episode?
Who said that the pod changed your life? Oh,
Ozan.
Ozan.
Evan, I don't know if Evan's going to be back soon because he's playing 4 weeks in Asia starting next week. So, and we have some sick episodes lined up for y'all. So, I actually talked to AJ yesterday as well too. Tennis Kit Kat said watching from Australia, welcome. Aubrey said watching from Toronto, welcome as well. How did you guys find us, by the way? These are a couple of new names that we haven't seen before. If you don't know, we've been doing this for about 2 years now, which is kind of crazy. So, or more than 2 years.
Like 2 years and a month.
Yeah, 2 years and a month. So, which is kind of crazy to think about because like we had someone in the DMs today. They were like, "Have Carousel on." I was like, "Yeah, we had him on twice. Like we've done this a few times." Like, so yeah, let us know where you heard of us and that sort of stuff. Eric says you guys are killing it this year, but burn the Manchester United jersey behind you. But I will never do that. You know, today I was doing laundry and I accidentally put my nice United jersey in the dryer and it like just pained me because I don't want to mess it up. It's that serious. There's only a few shirts that I don't put in the dryer and the United jersey is one of them.
Are you serious?
I swear to you. Hey, Hand on heart, bro.
Hand on heart, bro.
Hand on heart, bro.
It on my neck too stupid, dog. Funny, dog. Funny.
Matty Calvin said
Funny.
he's tapped in. Welcome.
Insiders Tennis. Go follow that
Insiders-
man.
Yeah, follow Insiders Tennis. I joined right after the first Renata episode.
That's a long time ago, my boy.
Yeah. Ozan's been with us for a minute. Jordan Adams. Shout out to Jordan, by the way. Saw him in San Diego. The Western Forehand celebration when Kyrgios won was out of pocket.
You
Bro,
met Jordan Adams?
Yeah. He came and took a picture with me.
Stop
And
that.
He had on the changeover.
You lie.
You know the white sweater we used to have? We still have
Uh-huh.
it. He had that one on.
You lie.
And but he couldn't stay for my match.
I always see this man comments, bro.
Yeah, Jordan is a real one.
Ratings for you.
That's the way. Everett asked next tournament.
Dominican Republic.
Okay.
That's the question you asked, right?
Justin has a week off and then Dominican Republic 25s. I have a week off and then I'm playing Little Rock and Arkansas Challengers. So, yeah. I found the pod through Fernley episode and slowly catching up on all the old ones. Yo, you know what's crazy? Tennis Kit Kat is first season we thought we were decent podcasters and we didn't. No, I thought we were okay. I thought we were decent. I thought we were decent.
Really?
And we were garbage, actually. Garbage.
Hot
the
garbage.
The jingle to start was garbage. The intro, like the
Garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, we're here now, you know.
The arts and crafts thumbnail.
We're here now. We're doing it. And apparently the thumbnail and the packaging is still a work in progress. So still working on that. By the way, what's the quality like? Can you all tell the difference with the video quality? That's all Justin, by the way. This nerd has been studying cameras and technology, and hopefully we leveled up.
I think it's something else we can do to make this a little bit better on it, but it's better than
Bro,
it
I didn't
used
even
to
put
be.
the CO, bro. Look at this. Let me see if I can fix this. Bang.
Boom.
See that? You see that? We're getting really good at this, huh? This is scary levels.
We need to make some money. What the hell going on?
What else? Best tennis pod, you guys are killing it. More success. Thank you. Get Carlos Alcaraz on. Yo, that would be unreal if we can do that.
It's coming.
Alcatraz.
Yeah. It's coming. Don't worry.
Angie, what's up? Welcome to the live. Loved it. It was really good. You're doing a great job. Why is Justin teasing the audience with a changeover tech fleece hoodie?
Brother, this is for sale, you know. Go in the link and buy one or two or a few. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, if we have no sales, then we actually lose money because it costs us to have the shop open. So
30 a month, right?
39 or something. No, it's even more. It's almost 40. Why do people do that? 39 it sounds way less than 40.
Psychology.
Too good.
Read a book.
Or listen to one. Get Benoit Paire. We tried Benoit Paire when I was in Abidjan, and I don't think he was really loving the idea of coming and talking to us.
Benoit?
Yeah. Yeah.
He ignored a few text messages. So.
Yeah. Well, and it wasn't even from me. It was from like his friend. So, like, I think he's a nice guy. He was really nice to me, and he remembered me from a long time ago. But I just don't think he's interested in coming on the podcast. Maybe if he's bored one day. Aubrey says one day we popped up on the YouTube algorithm, and it was all uphill from then. Real talk. Appreciate that. Yo, the steel pan. You like the steel pan on the
Quest.
intro music? That's DJ Quest, an Antiguan DJ, a friend of ours.
1 Milli Billy.
Made that intro for us. Are we playing the Midwest 25?
Hell
days?
no.
You're not playing that? Too hot?
Actually, well, that's like Oklahoma and Wichita and them.
Tulsa is very nice. Very nice.
It's the week after Dominican, I think. Or one of the weeks of Dominican. I think they share a week.
Okay. But I think he's talking maybe like Illinois and stuff later in the year, no? Later in the summer. To which I will not be playing those, bro. That's fucking 1,000,000 degrees. I will melt. Fed World says you've been killing it as late. Thanks, bro. Nishesh came on. Nishesh actually, I think kind of started the momentum, no? What do you think?
He was our first big one back in like October, November time. Then we got Draxler, that did well. And then who? Nishesh, Draxler.
Eubanks and Kudla.
Eubanks.
I mean, not Eubanks, sorry, I read that. What's his name? Borges, sorry.
And then Karu
Borges
came
and
again,
Kula.
boss. And I got like 17,000. It was good.
Yeah.
Which is good, man.
Mom says she's patiently waiting for her hoodie to arrive. Hey, it's right here. One of these packages right here. See that? One of these packages right here is the hoodie. Bring a jacket for the boy. Zach, bro, we should have planned this before. I don't have any laying around, family.
You want to buy one?
Yeah. We haven't tried Monfils yet, actually. That's not a bad shout. I think at some point we probably can. I feel like it's kind of like we're just working our way up. Like just getting the more...
Up?
What do you mean?
Nick has 4.2 million followers on Instagram, bro.
What did you say? I said we're working away. Oh, you mean in that Monfils is not above Nick?
No.
But in terms of like who, like, we don't have any connections to Monfils, really.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that it's up.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess in the world of tennis, it doesn't really get that much up from Kyrgios. There's only a handful of people. It's like Fed, Djokovic, Nadal.
Yeah. You're talking that shit now.
And then not even on no cocky vibes.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's because he seems controversial, so like people just want to hear what crazy shit he's about to say. You know? It's not like they're waiting to hear, oh my god, let's hear Kyrgios talk tennis, that's underrated to me because I think he has a good tennis mind, but that's not why people listen to him. That's not why they...
Who said that's why? Why are you arguing with me? And I didn't even bring that as an argument.
I'm just saying
you're just arguing for no reason.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't know what just happened. Am I tripping? All I'm saying, he's a big guest with a big following.
Yes, you're right.
And I think Monfils probably has less following than Kyrgios on social media.
But who would you actually enjoy talking to more? Probably Monfils. You personally.
No, Kyrgios is actually very fun to talk to.
No, but you're like a Monfils fan. Like you're like since you were a kid, you bought a poster and it's in.
It would be crazy to talk to Monfils too, but I don't think it would be better or worse for me. I think it would just be.
Hey, this guy's getting big time, guys. Big time. Aubrey says Chris Eubanks. We'll try. What do you think of the movie Challengers? And who are your favorite tennis players?
Why you sing that just now? Why did you?
What do you think of the movie Challengers?
Garbage. Hot garbage. I spent money to go watch that movie, and it made 0 sense. There was a time a ball was long or something, and the umpire did wide. There was like... I can't even talk about it. It pissed me off. But then there was like the way the movie ended, stupid. So dumb. That man was hitting the ball back and forth. Getting close to the net, close to the net, close to the net, close to the net. A man fed the overhead. The man hit the overhead, landed in the man's arms. Black screen. Movie done. Movie finished, bro.
Oh my goodness.
You could believe that? Wasn't even match point. Movie just done, bro. Some kind of sense. Somebody had to win the match. Dumbest movie I've ever seen in my life. Terrible movie. But Zendaya was great in it.
Okay, there was another question in the second half of that. Where is it? Oh, favorite tennis players.
Monfils.
Yes, man. What does the logo say on Justin?
This says CO, and this says I love volleys because notoriously I never take volleys.
To which he's now changing, by the way. You want to talk about that or no?
Yeah. It is now a goal of mine to incorporate the net game into my tennis more, which I did today, but I need to fix some of my mental habits because I try to drop shot every volley for no reason. It was a point, dog. It was a point today, bro, where I hit a drop shot volley and it was bad. He got to it, hit the ball to me, and he's at the net as well. And I dropped it again. The man was right in front of me.
Yo, double drop?
Who won the point?
The triple drop.
Who won the point? He did. Yeah. But I'm getting up there. So I'm volleying a few times in the match now. But I have very pretty heavy ground strokes and I have a good serve and I move well. So it just makes sense that when I create that pressure, instead of letting guys start the point again, I should get in and cut those balls off. I did hit a few good ones too today. I think I hit a slice serve out wide and a forehand line, clean volley winner. But I hit a handful of terrible ones, so I'm going to keep working on that.
I was going to say, man thinks he's Alcaraz in it. That's funny. That is funny. Eric says Ben Locke sick.
Bro, Malta.
Sick.
Do you know who Malta Christensen
Yeah,
is?
he's from what's that word with H? Halstenbeck.
He's from Hamburg, but the club I played at in Germany is Halstenbeck.
Okay.
And he's close friends with my close friend Finn Meinecke. And me and this man played doubles together in club matches like a while ago. We beat some people up, but that's hilarious. He said, get Finn Meinecke on the podcast, bro. Impossible to get that guest on. Finn is extremely unreliable.
Duarte says Rainic was the best episode tennis-wise. Kyrgios was the funniest. Bro, I think Rainic was just like... I was exhausted in the episode because
he said it was boring.
Okay, but like, just give me a second.
FYI, after it,
give me a
he
second.
talked to me about it and he was like, bro, I think it was kind of boring.
Just give me a second. It was like, I was struggling from time change, bro. I was just in Spain the day before.
If you don't know Jody personally, it's going to usually start at a negative. And then...
No, don't paint it like I'm a negative person. Don't do that. Do not.
If you like something a lot and you tell him about it, he's going to hit you with a, it's whatever. And then like a week later, he'll be like, yo, that's hard.
No, but pause. But I watched the second half of it and I was like, yo, it actually gets really good. Like, it was very insightful. Like, speaking tennis, it was like probably one of the most, if not the most insightful tennis podcast there is. Like, some people like love to talk tennis. Like, I think Ethan loves to talk tennis. And then we had like some very specific ones for like movement, like Franco and stuff. But like the Milos one was like, yeah, informative. Like very like, you know.
Yeah. I just think you have to, as a listener of the podcast, you have to understand that each person that we speak to is going to have different interests and a different vibe about them. So we can't try to hammer out the same tactic with each person because it's just gonna, I think it would not be make for a good conversation. Because if Kyrgios doesn't really care to talk tennis that much, and we're just giving him constant training questions and stuff, it's gonna be boring. He's gonna tune out.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think he'd rather talk about throwing the bottle and shouting at his box and his podcast and these things. And if he's enjoying it and we find him interesting, we're probably gonna enjoy it too. Yeah. And then hopefully you enjoy it.
Let me just double check, see if we missed anything. Seb said, let Justin answer the questions in the next episode. Bro, I don't enjoy being the quiz master. I don't know why. I'd rather
see,
just
y'all
look
don't
like
get
a
it.
fool.
We tried it. And he got tight in that role as well. So I don't know what y'all want.
Go says, ain't nobody thinks Zendaya can hit a winner on the run. She looks like spaghetti. Okay, come on.
No, her acting outside of the tennis part was good. But the tennis part was terrible, you're right.
Thomas asked, have we thought about making changeover?
Never once.
We have not. We need to do hats, though. I think we need to do hats. Damien says, get Jomo on.
Who's that?
Johannes Monday. Do you know Jomo? You ever heard Jomo before?
No, I know who he is, right? I'm just curious why people are so...
Bro, a lot of people are interested in Monday.
I don't understand it.
Damien.
No shot to Johannes Monday.
Damien, can you tell us why you want Johannes Monday on? Is it because he has a fat forehand and serve?
Is it because he's mysterious? Like, what is it about him that you want to know?
Is it because he drops absolute bombs and the ball doesn't come back? Is that why? Bro,
he followed us on TikTok the other day, actually.
He's been following us from a long time.
Big up Johannes Monday.
Big up Monday. Yo, I played Monday in dubs, and he just decided at about 5-all in the first set that we will not touch any more tennis balls. And the man started to hit aces and forehand return winners for like 4 games straight. Bro,
he's actually very good at that.
No, we went from 5-all in the first to like down a set and double break, and the match was over in like
no
10
chance.
minutes.
Yeah.
Like, so dumb. So we should go and ask him like, how does he do that? Aubrey says the Milos episode was fire, very informative. I agree.
You took notes?
Eric says that Alafia pod was the most underrated pod you guys have done. Bros, that was brutal. Yo, have you guys watched Elia Kim's pod, by the way? I thought his was very funny too. Like, maybe it doesn't match up to Alafia's own in terms of like funniness, but like that one was enjoyable as well. All interview was great. Thank you, Quest Gaming. Question: how do you guys manage the court fees, coaching, and practices at your home base? Is that specific to us, or is that just in general? I mean, specific. I think that everyone has their relationship with, who they train with. So it's different for everyone, and we're lucky that we train at Access Tennis Academy in Florida, South Florida, and yeah, it has a program for different levels, like starting at what's the youngest? I don't know, like under 12s, maybe. Like
They have young ones, and they started actually helping out like some after school programs with like very young kids too. So
yeah, so hit up Access Tennis Academy.
hey, whatever you need in your training needs are, we've got you covered at Access.
Oh my god, where the fuck did that come from?
Hey man, Access Tennis Academy. Is it a tennis academy?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it is an academy, and we work with our coach Chris Begg, but there's a handful of coaches there that do a great job, and yeah, you should check it out. Why is everyone typing scores that y'all are gonna beat me in the math game? Like, I don't understand. It doesn't have to be math only. It's just, you know, it ever crossed y'all mind that I just let the guests win so they can feel good about it?
No.
Let me ask the people who watch this podcast a question.
Can I just say it really quick before you ask the question?
Actually, let me not do that.
Before you say whatever you're about to say, we have 53 people watching right now.
That's high for us.
Which is like
That's extremely high.
which is before
used to be like 17 on a good night.
17, 19. Like the last time we did it a couple weeks ago, it was like 33, and we were like, yo, that's hype, 33. Now we're at 53.
Shout out to Nick
53
Kyrgios.
people. Yeah, shout out to Nick Kyrgios. All right. I don't care if y'all don't like him. The man did something really, really nice for us, and he did not need to do it. And,
I don't care what nobody say about it. I'm gonna defend him.
Who else? DK Suresh interview. Bro, my dad was asking about DK Suresh, and I was like, Dad, who is DK Suresh? I've never heard of. Like, my dad saw
I've heard of him. I've seen him.
I didn't either. No, I know now. But, like...
You've seen him at Wake Forest last year.
Yeah, but, like, it was around them times, my dad started talking about him.
But why?
I don't know. Like, my dad saw some video, and my dad was like, yo, there's this guy at Wake Forest, like, so good. And I was like, who are you talking about? Like, everyone at Wake Forest is good, first of all.
Why does John McGinley know who the hell DK is?
Dad, by the way, if you're watching this, can you just type in the chat for me and let me know if you're watching so I can ask you why do you know?
Y'all know who Paul Vishnevsky is?
Stop. Feel like you guys used to promo college guys a lot. Obviously, the guests are amazing, but the mix would be great.
Who's that?
Owen says that. Owen.
Owen, you ever tried to make a living before? You ever? Owen.
Okay. I'll make it short. Basically.
You ever had a dream?
I'll make it short. Basically, that is, yeah, Tony. Exactly, Tony. So basically, right, the dream is for me is that we grow our platform. Shane, big up Shane. Thank you very much. That you want to do a dance or something? Sing? I don't know. Big up Shane, by the way. Hey, can y'all, by the way, like the video? How many likes we got? I don't even know how many likes we have in the video. Make sure we like the video.
136 views. That's actually kind of crazy for 20 minutes, huh?
Can I get my thoughts out?
You could try.
All right. So basically, the idea is that we grow our platform, and then we have these guys on that, like what you're saying, the college guys or the futures and challenger guys, but they don't really have that big of a social platform, and basically do for them what Kyrgios is doing for us, and what Raonic is doing for us, and what Francis is doing for us. And
tune in on Saturday. We will have one of those.
Correct. So although that is, in my opinion, that's the range of people that I would like to have on, and that I would like to help, because I am also one of those people, and so is Justin. Unfortunately, no one really gives a shit. So we have to have people on like Francis and Raonic and Kyrgios and whatever, so that it goes into the tennis media, and then people are like, oh, these guys are decently funny.
No.
Yassine, thank you very much. Great work, guys. Keep it up.
Not yet.
Shout out to Yassine. Thank you.
I cost more than that. More than that.
If this is the same Yassine, which I don't know if it is, we utilize your gear all the time. So appreciate you. But yeah, Owen. So that was basically it. It's like we will have more guys, like college guys and futures and challenger guys, and we're dropping one on Saturday with one, who was fired up to be on the episode. So we'll do more in the future, but we also have some more big names coming. Fingers crossed. So
big up yourself, Yassine, and Shane.
Going. But Owen, yeah, I like that you're holding us accountable to that.
Accountable.
What do you mean? Because that's like the mission statement for me. That's like the. Well,
I guess we have different mission statements, but yeah,
exactly. So hold me accountable, I guess.
Yeah. But we also I mean, I don't want to argue with Owen. Thank you for watching, Owen, and we would continue to do our best.
Okay, Slim Reaper, why didn't you guys ask Kyrgios if top 100 WTA players earn too much in terms of taking prize
Because
money?
why the hell would we ask
Well-
Kyrgios that?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. But the thing is, like, I'm not like,
It's a very specific question.
I don't
though.
want to get into the politics, and I don't want to get into the, you know, that stuff necessarily. Like, you just kind of
Dog.
know that certain topics are gonna get clicks, and so unfortunately, we have to, like, sometimes talk about that stuff.
But I will talk about it if I care about it. Like,
You don't care about the WTA
like I
players,
care.
Justin?
I don't.
Hey,
I
guys.
care. I care
He's
what.
getting cancelled already. He hasn't even begun.
Would he even earn too much in terms of taking prize money from the pot? Oh, this is like the sexist thing, like with the equal prize money and girls shouldn't deserve the same. Yeah, that's a rough one to touch. But
Anyway, yeah.
if the person that came on would have a perspective on it that I think would be interesting, I would have the conversation.
I'm actually very excited for the interview that we're gonna have drop in like in 2-3 weeks, what we discussed today, because that episode,
The big one.
that episode to me is
The
going
big
to be
one.
like- yeah, one of the big ones. Yeah, it's going to be like, I think this person is gonna come in and just hit us with some information and, like, you know, and I hope that episode lasts like 2 hours. Like, I hope it's just like
Yes, time.
just cooking for a long
Roundage
time.
numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Johanna says the TFO pod made me laugh. It
Only you and a few others.
it made us
because
laugh too. But
Many
people
many,
seem-
many folks that they couldn't understand Francis, so
Yeah,
I don't know. I loved it.
Slim Reaper said, love the pod. Appreciate it. Have you thought about interviewing Kei Nishikori?
Not yet,
I
but
mean-
now I have.
We kind of have briefly thought about interviewing every single person. So
He didn't cross my mind.
he didn't?
That would be smart though. Japan, big market.
Yeah. Do you agree with Kyrgios about Sinner? Do you agree with Kyrgios about Sinner?
Next
The
question.
thing is, that's an opinion thing. Because,
You asked for your opinion.
yeah, but like, how do I put it? Kyrgios seems like, from what he's saying, he doesn't buy the story that Sinner said. So what I was trying to make it clear, and what your question was in the podcast, was like, given that the story is true, like given that the story is that they give is accurate,
Let's say that it's true.
yeah, let's say it's true,
Uh-huh.
and then you compare the cases, then, you know, and
Yeah.
then the time of the ban. So like, me personally, I'm a naive person.
Yes. Facts.
So I believe that
Everyone is good.
I believe that this man could have gotten infected on some not wearing gloves, cut on the finger shit. But
You believe that that's the most likely scenario?
I guess that's what I don't know. I wasn't there, so
Me
I don't
neither.
know. But I wish it is just more clear the process of everything, and which is like, it's decently clear, I guess, but like it could do a lot better. So, that's what I think. I think that it's like, it was just weird with the
Do you agree with Kyrgios about Senna? Was the question.
Yeah, but that's very like, about what? Like, he has so many different opinions. So what are we talking
Ask a
about?
better question, bro.
Yeah, come on. Just kidding. Thanks for the question. Beautiful segue. I know. Jody, are you good at football trivia? Not really. No, I know a lot. Not a lot. I know enough about Manchester United, and that's about it. What you say? I'm not good at any trivia,
Damn.
guys. I'm getting shit
heckled in the room.
from the chat, my family, and also from the family in the room, which is madness. Mike said, "Yo, what's up? Welcome to the chat."
What's good?
My mom calls me a liar. Okay. How about Andrei Rublev?
Would love that.
That would be great. Bublik also would be great. Medvedev also would be great.
Would love that.
Tony Mendoza said, Jody getting roasted in chat by family.
Hater.
Told ya. Told ya.
Hater.
Thanks for the 5 gifted. First like, you guys grow with your guests is dope. Thank you. Yassine, thanks again, by the way. Just seeing that. Drop a like there. Holy moly. Come on. Great job, fellas. You guys want to just get each other's numbers, and Eric and, you know,
Eric and who?
they're talking to each other in the chat. But I like
Too
it.
good.
Fire up.
Engagement.
Feel free to come and talk in this chat whenever. Collab with Nothing Major. Yeah, we'd be down to. I feel like they know who we are by now. Most people, I think, know who we are by now.
If they ask you who's the hottest man on tour, you're gonna answer. That's their thing, no? that's what they. That's.
That's just completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary.
We gotta have Jack Sock on
Yeah.
and ask him what's going on over there.
You think he's enjoying it over there?
I don't know.
Jack Sock?
I think he's making some money, or he's about to.
How to
'Cause that man
contact
do
if some
numbers.
other challenger guys on? How to contact?
How hard is it to contact? Okay, try break it down.
Quest.
Wait, try again.
Quest. How to contact?
If to get some other.
How do we contact other guests that we would like to have on?
And is it a challenge? Is that what he's saying?
No. There's challenger guys.
No, I was just being a dick. How to contact if to get some other challenger guys on.
If you're talking about the contact between us and the guest,
we know a lot of them.
and we just message
Or we
them.
play similar tournaments and we know each other's names. So when we follow and message them, it's not out of the blue.
Rick asked about this Zverev case. No, why nobody talks about
Bro,
that?
I
have
don't
not
know any
one
specifics.
clue. I have zero clue about this Zverev
I wish
case.
him all the best. And the
Finally
ladies
caught
too.
you live. Thanks for dope content. Yo, by the way, Hard Candy.
You leave the best comment.
Yeah.
Is that a comment? Yeah, comments.
Hard
Like
Candy,
thoughtful
yeah.
paragraphs.
Yeah, ratings.
Make the boys them look good.
Ratings for that one. And I see like sometimes we start to get some defense like in the chat from, because some people don't know who we are and what we do. So then they come in the comments saying some stuff, and like sometimes I don't want to defend myself, because it's like if I start with one, I have to do it to get to all, and then it just gets so draining. And sometimes I see you guys defend us in the chat. So yeah.
Yo,
appreciate that.
those negative comments actually hurt our feelings. So do defend us.
I feel like you're gaslighting me. This is what gaslighting is, no?
And
Because
when I
Justin
say
doesn't
our feelings, I mean his feelings. I mean Jody's feelings. This is what I mean. so please defend us. We need it.
Dylan asked, are there any vlogs coming soon? There's a vlog coming tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow. I'm gonna do it. Finish it tonight.
How much more needs to be done?
A couple voiceovers.
It'll be done tonight, people. Because he said it, and now it has to be done.
Yeah.
Was Kyrgios' racket really off the shelf, or was he playing? No, he's serious. Like, off the shelf is maybe
He said
a
it's
stretch, but,
extended.
like,
He said it has a little bit of a longer grip.
yeah.
But obviously, I've never played with his racket, so I don't know.
Mutet?
I would love to talk to Mutet. He looks like a crazy madman. Yes.
Eric asked, will you get more engagement if I drop a dislike? You better start playing with us. Okay, here we go. Quest, fixed it. Shout out to Kyle, by the way. Welcome. Merch, plug it. If you want to buy some merch, right here, this is one of them. This one
I got
says-
colors, you know. When we get my colors?
Yeah, we're getting colors.
Wait, the other one?
Blue,
Go ahead.
green.
Go ahead, I can hold it down.
get colors,
I can hold it down. What was I gonna say? Have you listened to Mutet music, brother? I have not. How to contact you guys if would like to get other challenge guys on? Quest.
Watch it. The girl them say I look good with the earth tones. You got a little olive green. You know what I'm saying? Oh. They call that branding. A little light blue. It might look good on you.
And you want to know the thing about these hoodies?
A girl steal a guy hoodie.
Yeah.
You want to know the thing about these hoodies? Is I just got emails of like approved artwork, and I was like, this man Justin is up to something. And I just clicked the shop, and I just saw that all the different hoodies were in the shop, and this man is just, he's about it. So
Yeah, man.
feel free to buy a hoodie. Support the boys, and we have other stuff in there besides the hoodies. So
Can they even see that shit? But it does go a long way to helping us upgrade the show. Like we
Yeah.
bought this new camera, so you see the vlog tomorrow. It should look quite a bit better than before.
What this camera looks like this is a serious camera.
Yeah, it should look way better than before. We got like a new camera with a new mic.
Like it makes us look like we know what we're doing. No,
Yeah.
like look at that thing.
It had to pay for a lens outside of the camera.
And yes, it's like blurry. How do I zoom? Justin, your camera can't adjust. There we go. There we go.
Nah,
Look at that.
me.
And Yassine, if you're still watching, look at that. That stand, that's all you, family.
Nah, me.
So yeah, shout out to y'all. Between the merch and some of the pro stringer
Yo,
sales
Kyle.
and stuff.
Don't tell me the blue is fire and then you don't buy no blue hoodie. You know what I mean?
Mom says she loves the olive green. Seth, W. Brandon.
Yeah, they
welcome
say
to the
that
chat,
I look
Seth.
good in the earth tones, man.
Owen says the camera look crispy. Shout out to you.
Yeah, man. You know what your camera costs?
Yeah, a lot of
That's why we need to talk to the big names, Owen. You get it now. You know what I mean? You get it.
Yeah.
Owen, you get it now. 1-on-1 is 2.
Y'all need to quit being so cheap, bro. Thank you for the
Who cheap?
I don't know. I don't think he's talking to us. I think he's talking to other people. But shout
Oh, the
out
man
to
who give the
you.
money. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it could be. Thank you for that. Shout out to you.
Big up. What do you
Um,
name? Burn Pittsburgh. Is that AJ?
Is that a diss? I hope it's not a diss because I really like Pittsburgh.
And it's yellow like the Pirates. That's funny.
Yeah, it popped up yellow on our screen.
That's funny. Bro, I see Kyle since he had a baby, you know. I should go link Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle, we need to visit. Big camera, big names. That's right. Thomas says he's gonna get
Big
the
camera,
green hoodie
big
in
names.
July. Thank you.
Know what I mean? This July. What you waiting for, bro? What's it now, May? Storm might be gone by then. Lovely.
That's true.
Yeah, man. Local church league. They have grand slams in church? That's wild.
Quest Gamer
Really?
says, "What's the email contact?" Let me see if I can type it in the pod. It should be in our
Description, right?
description, but if not, it's in our Instagram handle. I typed it there.
But what did he
Hopefully
want to
that's the
contact us for?
right- I think that he has guests for us potentially.
Challenge, I guess.
I believe that's what the sentence was. So shout out to you. Rick says, "What are both of y'all's goals? Let's say next 5 years." I would
I'm
like,
trying to get through tomorrow, brother.
yeah, and I would like to play Grand Slams, and I would like to do a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
So, but with the goals thing, we've talked about it before a little bit. Like, I try not to think too far ahead because when I've done that and written down goals and stuff, sometimes when I track it and track the progress, and I struggle on the delayed gratification phase.
I remember one time, brother. I remember one time.
Here we go. This should be fun.
Yo, this way. I mean, this guy here is like a little whiteboard here with all of our expenses here. We are still in the red.
But that's not the only thing.
No.
Like, it's
But
like
I'm
a
gonna.
vision
Can I
board.
tell the story? But it used to be up there. Like he had goals, like ranking goals by like a certain date and whatever. He came back from a trip one time, and he saw that he was nowhere near those goals, like that he set, and then he was just in a terrible mood for like 4 days straight. So I think this question is a slippery slope if we start thinking that way. So we're gonna just keep trying to do
I'll tell you a
each day
joke.
better than the next.
I'll tell you a joke. My coach was like, okay, so I've had some elbow issues. So at the end of last year, I had a PRP injection in my elbow. So the PRP injection is where they take your blood, they put it through a machine, and that machine, I guess, we have to show them that, by the way. In a second. Puts it through a machine. The machine like spins the blood and then concentrates the white blood cells. Then they inject that blood back into the place that you hurt. So I got injections on the inside of my elbow and the outside of my elbow. So then my preseason took a long time, like because I had to take some weeks off, whatever. So I asked my coach, because my elbow still hurts. So I asked my coach, what do you think? Like, you think at the end of the season, do I try the PRP injection again? And then he said, oh, like that depends, like if you're playing Australia. Because if you play Australia, like Australian Open, that's really early in the year. And normally I don't start until like February. But when he told me Australia, I started to laugh.
Man, I no self-belief.
I started to laugh. And he said, like, hold on, that's not the reaction that I expected to have, you know? So, but that's kind of how it's been going. And also, we had a talk today about the podcast, which is basically the same thing because we have some fire guests lined up for you guys. And I told my coach, like, yeah, I'm a little bit shook. Like, I can't believe that, like, the last couple of guests we had was, like, I guess we started the year, we did, like, Kudlan Borges, and then recently we did Tomic, Rainic, Francis,
Kyrgios.
and then we have another 2 guests lined up for you guys that I think you guys are really gonna like. And I was like, yo, especially the one that we confirmed today. And I was like shook about it. And he was like, but we talked about this. Like, it was always in the plan that, like, this is how it's going to go. I'm not
Man, I got no
names.
vision, bro. It's the problem, man.
So,
you got to see the play. You got to see the play, bro.
That's true. But I guess I kind of...
You have to believe.
In a way, because it was like, I don't believe until it's kind of happening. And then I'm kind of shook a little bit. You know, like, I think it's possible, but my personality is not like, wow, it's for sure going to happen, because it's not written. Like, it's not, you know.
Yeah, and I think this is where you and I are very different. I feel like I might have a little bit of the delusion about things happening, and I think he has a little bit of I don't want to necessarily say pessimism, but he's definitely on the more reserved side of things happening. So, like,
look, that's the second time you've like on the edge of me being pessimistic, and it's pissing me off. Please.
But if I explain it, no, because it's kind of true though. Because
I'm not
like,
pessimistic.
I just said you're on the reserve side, but it can lean towards almost, because when we hear if we brainstorm with Calvis, right, and he starts throwing figures around with money and sponsors, when I hear a number, it like excites me, and I start to think, yo, how can we make that possible? And you start to think, or the first thing you say is always like, bro, no one's gonna give us that. That's how you do it.
Because no one gave us that.
So what? And then we're gonna get it. Okay, Kyrgios as a guest, he's never gonna come on the podcast, or he's not gonna do it, or whatever name you want, or like
Have
Francis.
I said that? I haven't said that.
Francis. When I was trying to get him, and I got excited, he was like, bro.
Yeah, because I know that Francis is not gonna come on tomorrow. Which is not true. How long did it take Francis to come on after he said yes?
Doesn't matter. It happened.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I feel like you try to protect me from being disappointed. Sometimes, like, you're like, bro, like don't get too excited about this thing. But
fair.
for me, I don't really mind to be disappointed a little bit and just keep believing and keep going. But I feel like I don't know if it's being more positive or what, but when you aren't thinking that way, I think things are better. I feel like when you open yourself up to the possibility of things that could happen, how can we make that impossible thing happen? It's better than like, nah, not happening.
All right, say less. Zach said, why you guys always arguing?
Hush your mouth, bro. Why you watching?
Mind your business. Someone said, where was the Quizlet thing? Someone said, oh, let's go make a goal to get that Quizlet sponsorship. Check this out. Bang.
Shabbat.
Bang. We have a t-shirt.
For free, but we don't get no money. So.
We have a t-shirt, and we have 2 books and some pens, my brothers and sisters, in the chat. Look at that.
Who wants these?
Hey, anyone wants a book? Shout out to Quizlet, by the way. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us and sending us a notebook.
Got the check.
Wonderful. Wonderful, Quizlet. Thank you very much. You guys saw Karu qualify for Geneva? Yeah, I messaged him. Didn't answer me. He's too big time, apparently. Karu.
Did he win today?
He plays Maine tomorrow.
He plays Marazan, actually.
Okay, let's scroll up a little bit. Rick says, how's the playing field like women-wise on tour? Some places can be quite the places. Wait,
you talking about like...
What are we talking about?
He's talking about women, and like I think in the way Kyrgios talking about women on the podcast. That's what I'm thinking he's saying. And we don't talk like that on this podcast.
I don't talk like that ever. Angie says, what makes you have a better experience in a tournament? Shout out to Angie.
Winning, first and foremost. A good place to sleep.
Can I tell a story? This is what makes it for me. Okay. Chris told me today. Chris is our coach, right? Chris told me he went to watch Justin play. And it's at the USTA. So he said there's no coaching allowed, right? Mm-hmm. And he said your match is there in the sun, obviously, and there's bleachers in the sun, and apparently there's a bunch of chairs around. So he went and asked the lady at the front desk, is it okay if I take one of these chairs and put it in the shade? And she's like, no, because there's no coaching allowed. He said, yeah, I understand there's no coaching allowed. I don't want to coach. I want to sit in a chair in the shade instead of in the bleachers in the sun. There's no one here, like, and they didn't allow him to do it. Like, he did it in the end, I think.
He did it anyway, yeah.
He did it anyway. But this to me is the biggest issue with futures. It's like they cannot stand us. Like futures players, when you walk into a futures, the week that you spend in the club at the futures, they hate you. So like, I rate the tournaments that like make you feel appreciated to be there. Like, that's what I like, and that's grown over like years with working with the community. Like, I don't know if you guys know these tournaments. Like Vero Beach in Florida does a crazy good job. There's a tournament in France back near the Bigorre. Like these tournaments have like history going on for like 40, 50. Like I don't even know how many years, but like those are the sick weeks. Like those tournaments. The tournaments that have history and like treat the players at minimum, just treat people with respect, you know? And I said it before on Ellie Kim's episode, coming from the player side, we can do a better job as well of helping that cause and not making a mess. Like when you finish on the court, sweep the court. Like you can also do things to help, but like to me, those make the tournament experience better. Like when you don't feel like you're just interrupting someone's week. Which,
bro, when you go to a challenger and you walk into the site and someone smiles at you and that's how they can help you.
yo, in Sioux Falls, I said it before. In Sioux Falls, I walk in to book the court and the guy says in the morning, because I know I have a court at 10. So I walk in, the guy says, "Good morning, Jody. We have you on court 4 this morning." I said, "What? You know my name? Like you know who I am?" And you like said good morning to me, and you gave me a can of balls and a water. Like I'm allowed to have water, bro, at this tournament.
And a full court just for me and my hitting partner.
Bro, when they give you water, oh my god.
Some places have free food, just sitting, just around.
Great. Great. Who had the idea of making a podcast?
Jody.
Kind of me, but it was more I had an idea that I wanted to do something, and then we brainstormed our way into podcasts.
I've always liked podcasts, but I didn't want to be on camera.
Look at him now. What futures usually have free spotting qualies?
Dominican Republic.
Free spotting qualies are normally the ones that are like tough to travel to, and there's only a swing of like 1 or 2. But I would say what's more worth your while is playing like a Tunisia, Turkey, Greece, like places that have pre-qualies, so that you can play matches in the pre-qualies. Because realistically, if there's free spots in qualies, you're a player that hasn't really played that many futures before, you don't have a ranking. So there's no guarantee that your level is going to be good enough to quali anyway. So what's more valuable is being in that environment, playing matches, and a good way to do that is playing like the pre-qualies matches. You get like 1-2 matches a day for a couple of days. If you do well enough, you can sneak into the qualies. You play the qualies, maybe you can get another 1, 2, 3 matches, and then all of a sudden you've built up 2-3 weeks of 4 or 5 matches a week. Like that's great. To me, that's more worth your while. So yeah. Where are we at here?
Therapy on live for you. Yeah.
Do a live Quizlet for the gifts. First to answer gets the gifts. Oh, for the chat? That's a good idea, actually. Maybe next time we should do that. We are not prepared for that right now. Is Evan coming on anytime soon? Evan is very much in Hawaii right now. He's supposed to be in this chat, by the way. Laura says right now, welcome.
Right now.
Laura says he's on his way over here right now. You better hurry because this live is ending soon. Any players that you're surprised aren't more highly ranked or players you think will rise the rankings?
Off the top of my head, not right now.
I feel like rankings don't lie that often, to be honest. Like I guess you're asking like if they're underachieving, like if their ability is better than what they're performing like in a match, that's normally not the case very often unless it's like an injury or something like that happen. Would you rather lose after having match point or getting double breadstick in a final?
In a final, probably just kill me.
No, I go match point.
You want to have a match point in a final, be so close to winning, and still lose. The conclusion is foregone in this scenario. You've lost.
Yeah, I think so.
You rather have to live with the demons of having a match point that day
Yeah, I think
than
so.
someone just being too good for that day.
I think so because I believe that if you put yourself in good
You
positions,
aren't getting it. You aren't getting it right now.
Yeah,
This is a one match in a vacuum scenario, right?
Yeah.
You've lost. We're starting at you've lost.
I just
right?
don't like the way you talk to me. Actually, I
Because-
just think it's just
Because you
fuck.
just make shit up. You've lost.
Seth, sorry about that. I wasn't talking into the mic. This man's pissing me off.
You've lost, right?
Uh-huh.
You'd rather play for 3 hours and almost won than lose 1-1.
Yes, blood.
Too good.
How you treated at the San Diego Challenger? Great. San Diego was so nice. So nice. Why are futures like that? Because futures, I guess, don't make money. That's the first thing. So I think the tournament directors already are a little bit annoyed, and they feel like they're doing it. I don't even know what their reason for doing it in the first place is. Maybe they want to help out some of their local players or whatever. And then the tennis players come in. Let's say it's a club with 8 courts. The players just take over all the courts for the week. So that absolutely screws whatever programs that club had. Like all of the club members that were there that week, like that's just ruined now. Like that's changed and all this stuff. So I just believe that and the tennis players that come in are not viewed as and not marketed as amazing tennis players. So then we come in, take their course, and then almost told no one gives a shit about these players. So then not that many people watch. That's the way I feel. What?
Yo, what the thing Kyle call it when he was playing doubles with the
creep? The creep. Trinidad has the best futures. Nearly got my first points as well. What do you do for food while playing tournaments? That depends. That depends on the week. Yeah, sometimes if we can, we get food, and normally breakfast you cook, and then lunch and dinner eat out. Sometimes I don't cook that much. I'm not very good at cooking. So,
bro,
worst climate you played in?
Worst climate I played in? Panama Davis Cup, hot, humid. Yeah, rough.
Bro, Cancun to me, I think. Cancun was up there.
Panama was rough.
Like, Abidjan was decently hot and decently humid, but I think part of it was also just because of the court color. So your eyes are just messed up. But, like, Cancun, bro, my God. Cancun was like, I had the worst heat exhaustion there. Like, throwing up all night. Like, crazy.
You're lying. More
crazy.
money. Cash.
Aubrey, thank
Aubrey.
you.
Is Aubrey a man or woman?
Aubrey says, thoughts on the Rome final. Also, who do you guys have taken the French Open on the men's and women's side?
Aubrey, I'll be honest with you. I have turned into a highlights man in tennis. So I've seen clips on YouTube of the Rome final. I don't know what happened in that match besides Alcaraz winning. What I can say is that it's not a shock. Like, you saw Sinner come back and play crazy high-level tennis, but when you're out for that long, it's bound to have a little bit of ups and downs. Like you saw, he beat Rude like what 1-1. Then he lost the first set with Tommy Paul like 6-love or 6-1, and then played well again. So I think he's gonna be a little bit up and down for the moment, but he's gonna be fine. And probably them two in the final of the French Open again. I think. I don't think anyone's playing as well as they are.
Someone asked, wondering if you knew Finn Burge. I talked to him today.
Who's
there
that?
talks of him trying to play Davis Cup with you? Who's who? Finn Burge? We saw him when we pulled up to the courts yesterday.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, did I miss? Where did I go?
Bro.
Yeah. Go on.
If you go down, the blue man, Butter, that's Bart van Leijsen. And when I used to live in Holland, it's probably my closest friend in that country, right? We played a grade 4 in Luxembourg.
Okay.
We were in a 10-point tie break against Jan Chowinski and Jules Ocala.
Why do I know who that is?
Strung up Frenchman, black.
Okay.
With like nasty dreads or some short dreads. And this is the one time in my life that I cheated. I cheated, bro. I don't know why.
Cancel him.
I don't know why I wanted to win the match so bad.
Clip.
But they hit like a ball between me and Bart. And this ball, brother, was a lunge inside the baseline, right? Right? I say out, and they start arguing, and inside me is saying, bro, just give them.
Yeah.
But I just stuck with the call, and we were like close to winning. But I felt so bad. I tried to lose,
No way.
but I couldn't miss a ball. we won the match, bro. We won the match. The coach I was there with, Michel, defended me to the death. And then the father and the two fathers of the other people saying how much of a disgrace I was, blah, blah, blah. We won. And I had to walk around the site the next day. We played the semis and we lost. I didn't want to be there no more.
Yeah.
And I never cheated again.
That's hilarious.
But that is a funny story.
That's hilarious.
I tried to lose and I couldn't.
Eric says, what do you guys think about the NCAA house settlement, like in terms of low-end rosters and walk-ons? Also don't know about it, to be honest. I heard Radford got rid of men's and women's tennis for women's flag football. No way. Is that true? Is that true?
That does look fun, though, flag football.
Shut up. Shut up. What is something you learned from a podcast or that stood out to you from a conversation with a guest? It's a lot. I mean, I guess you can say that everyone's different. That's one thing. That's one pretty clear thing. Because, I don't know, like you have, I guess one example off the top of my mind is like pre-match hits. Like in Kyrgios, we talked with Kyrgios, and Kyrgios was like, he doesn't really care about the pre-match hit. He just wants to mess around and not mess around, just get the body going, whatever. But then you talk to Albaran, and Albaran is like, yeah, his pre-match hit is training. Like he works on something every time he has a pre-match hit, which is like, that would be bad for me because I feel like I would get into like a practice mindset, and then maybe that leaks into the match, and then in the match I'm making mistakes and I'm thinking too much about correcting mistakes instead of just having a short memory. Maybe like some of Ethan's talk about playing to your identity at a young age in your developing years, because you're not trying to win in under 12s and under 14s and under 18s. You want to be the best tennis player you can be down the line. So he played in a style that he believes that would match his, I guess, build and what he could do well down the line in the pros. And it's clearly working. The man is balling. So what else, Justin?
I mean, if Ricardo Demare is watching this, everybody right and everybody wrong. It's like, what works for you, what doesn't. But clarity is king. Like, everybody who is good is very clear. Like, I'm sure I haven't even tested this, but if you look at anybody that we talk to who's a top player, they're probably very clear about what they talk about, and people probably who are a little bit lower, maybe a little bit less clear. Or people who are close to their potential are probably very clear. People who aren't as close to their potential are probably a little less clear. So I think finding what works for you and then getting super clear on it and being disciplined with that. But specifics, I don't really have off the top of my head.
Rick says, Jody mindset is good. Agree with everything. Mature player. Losing close match with points builds grit. Shout out to you, Rick. Ricky.
Rick, go to bed, bro.
Pascal, I think is his name. Is that the Adderall bottle behind you?
He wishes.
Adderall? This is a candle, family, right here. That is a candle.
You know what the candle for? All right.
To make the room smell good. What do you mean?
All
it's
right.
A candle.
Set the mood.
Justin Ozan's asking if you're switching to K-Swiss
I'm
shoes.
a free agent, my brother. Whoever
any,
send me the free shoes, I can wear them.
Any changeover hats coming soon? Potentially. I think we should probably look at that.
So maybe one day I will get a new store, because the hats that are available on Shopify or the applique that we use, they look like garbage, bro.
Oh, you don't look good? Okay, too good. Worst food poisoning you've gotten. Which country, what food?
Food poisoning.
I remember very clearly. Very clearly.
Cancun.
No, that wasn't
heat.
food poisoning. That's heat. But also in Mexico.
Boy, Peru.
Pachuca. Yeah, yours is Peru. But I had pretty bad food poisoning in Pachuca. And I won a match on it. And then the next day, I was like dying. Like absolutely dying. Like what you were doing in Peru, but I couldn't even take the court. Like I was literally laying on the side of the road waiting for a taxi to the courts. Like
I wonder if mine was food or altitude.
Nah. But I don't know.
Bro, I was curled up in the ball for days in my
Yeah, that was
bed.
terrible.
And I went on the match court like an idiot. For what?
Yeah, you should not.
I tried to play.
You already know
Stupid.
Medvedev is gonna win Roland Garros. We all know that that's unlikely when there's other absolute beasts in the draw. Keedy says my first live. Welcome. No way Justin hooked him. Guys, a cheat.
Big hook, brother.
Cheat.
My conscience burned me for weeks.
Jack asks, what surprised you the most about Kyrgios?
Before him coming on the podcast, like I've seen him in clips and like doing interviews, and at times I felt like he could like put on a bit and be a bit like, I don't know, what's the word, like showboaty, or like he would try to be a certain way, but I found that after we got comfortable on the call, he was just being normal and playful, and it was fun. Like he was pretty down to earth. I don't know if that's because he enjoyed speaking to us and we weren't like attacking him, because I feel like maybe the media comes at him in a certain way.
Here's my question. Do you think if we had like a massive platform, like let's say our podcast was huge, but we're the exact same way, you think he would have like acted a little bit differently? Like for example, like you think he would be more intimidated? Sorry, after talking to the mic, you think he'd be more, maybe not intimidated isn't the right word, but I'll use it. Do you think he'd be intimidated by like a bigger platform and be more willing to try to put on?
Yeah, he'd be
like
more self-conscious, be more aware of himself.
Exactly. Do you think he would have done that? Because then it would have made the episode worse.
People are gonna see this, but I don't think so. Because I think when we get into the swing of things, I feel like you just forget and we're just talking.
Like that's what I was worried about Francis. Like I thought that Francis was also decently reserved. I mean, I haven't been friends with Francis since we were young. Like I haven't really talked to him since we were young. But like I just wanted him to come on and just be himself.
I feel like he was pretty normal.
Yeah, it was good. So
I think as of right now, we're doing a good job of creating a good vibe for the people to just sort of be normal for all. Except if you're around it and you just want to give facts for an hour and a half.
Drop
Love
D1 tennis for D1 pickleball thoughts? No, absolutely not.
I'm a pickleball hater. Unless they want to send us some money.
Paddle
I don't
tennis
like pickleball, though.
Paddle tennis.
Paddle is a sport. Pickleball is a game.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What's the gym schedule for you guys? Lots of strength, conditioning, weights, etc.
I've spent a lot more time these days just doing mobility and sort of prevention stuff. I do like some light explosive stuff, but I feel like I'm pretty strong. So I don't really need to get stronger, but I need to do some conditioning and kind of just stay healthy and do my prehab work.
Answer some questions there.
He's a big gym rat, Jody, these days.
Not really. Today. So I've been doing this program with my fitness trainer. Like he sends me programs to do, and I do it. But I've been on the same like little routine, like because I have been inconsistent.
Yeah.
So Chidek messaged me today. He's like, "Yo, I just want to switch up. I want a workout to do. Send me one." So I screenshotted the one that I'm doing today. And he said, "Bro, this is the exact same workout that we did in Abidjan. Like, you haven't done any fitness since Abidjan." So funny. But yo, Justin, answer one of these questions for me.
What's the gym schedule? How do you guys get introduced to tennis? I ask because sometimes when I watch Rublev play and I have his crash outs, I start thinking about his introduction to the sport and childhood for some reason. Me, I was 6.5 years old, and I was watching TV. And I came across the French Open final. Must have been 2001 or 2, maybe 2002. It was Martin Furkirk versus Juan Carlos Ferrero, Alcaraz's current coach. And I asked my father if I could play. And I enrolled in summer camp that summer. And I never looked back. And then from there, we used to have like a very fun tennis scene in the Bahamas. We had, at that time, all the good players stayed home because no one really went to the academies yet. So I was playing at like 11, 12 years old with like the 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds, and we would go to the tennis courts at 8 a.m. on Saturday, and then we would leave there at 8 p.m. And we would play cards, play parking. Which you would call parking? Where you take the ball and you throw at the people.
I don't know.
All right. We would play parking. We would play mini tennis all day, then play team, singles, all kind of things all day. Just compete all day long. And yeah, fell in love with the sport and never looked back. You back or no?
Yeah, I am. I was just Googling because C HUD said, check out the Randolph tennis courts. And like, bro, are we talking about these like this? I'd be,
That would piss me
I
off.
would be absolutely, but imagine that on a sunny day.
We used to play some crazy courts in USF too, though.
Imagine
Goal
that
and
on a
green.
sunny day, bro.
It was like Nani goal, though.
I'd be blind. I'd actually be blind. No chance. You guys should get Bianca Andreescu. Yeah, who else would you guys like to see, by the way? Evan and Andre, finally you're late.
Zooey!
Takes so long.
The economic and political state of the world.
John said, how did you guys get introduced to tennis? I asked because sometimes when I watch
just answered that question, my brother.
Oh, sorry, okay. Anyway. You answered for me too?
And I think Jody's dad played.
Correct.
So I don't even think that I know that.
It was fun though.
He played college tennis with Paul Wisniewski, who was a huge forehand, apparently.
Jack says, I don't think so. You guys brought great energy to the interview with him. Thank you.
You don't think what?
I think that was about the Kyrgios episode with him being like if we had a big platform, if he would be more reserved or more put
Thanks,
together
Jack.
or whatever. You should get Evan on the pod. I bet if you work with his agent, he respond. Evan
Evan
Zoo?
who?
If it's Evan Zoo, bro, he is like
Who's his agent? We gotta call Amy?
favorite Future album, bro. I'm not the biggest Future fan. I like some of his songs, but I'm not like.
I don't even know what his album's name, bro.
Do you guys have a
Mikey
sponsorship that pays for your travel?
Some.
Yeah, individually, some sponsors from back home that help us out. But we are looking for sponsors for the podcast. So if you have anything in mind, you want to work with us, then feel free to drop us an email or point us in the direction of who we need to talk to. You like this quality here on this camera? You can have more quality like this. You know?
We'll buy Matt Calvin's camera if we get enough money.
And apparently, so much camera work has to do with the lighting, and you should see the size of this light. Like, should I even show people this light? Ali, are you ready to say hello to the chat?
I'm really cold.
Look at this. Put this right back down.
It's lit like Bic, man.
Don't break anything. But this light costs how much dollars?
Wait,
How much this light costs?
this only costs about the two of them together might be like 120.
And how much Matt Calvis?
I
Inside
think
the
his
tennis
camera
ball, yeah.
alone his light alone is a couple $100, maybe $300, something like that. Wait, why Jacoby have his whole government name as his YouTube name, bro? Jacoby Bradley Jerome Bain. Boy, fix that, yeah.
Why does Jody support such horrible teams? Is there a way to block people from YouTube chat? Can we kick people out?
To be
We
honest,
need
this
a
man is
moderator.
responsible for the Raonic episode. He's the one who got us Milos Raonic. So.
W Jacoby. Yo, can we get some likes, by the way? Make sure y'all are liking up this video.
And W's in the chat.
44 people watching, bro. Shout out to y'all. Thank you so much. That's insane. It looks like a poisonous frog. What are you talking about here? Rod Laver, get him on. Boys, something you would tell yourself, younger self in college.
You don't have to lift the heaviest weights on the team. We're not here to get huge. We used to go crazy in the gym. You used to go crazy in the gym? We used to go nuts in the gym in college.
Kind
bro.
of.
Crazy. Like, made no sense.
I guess what I would tell myself is the advice that I have for people.
Transfer. Yo.
No.
Yo.
No. What I would say is when people ask about getting their UTR from 11 to a 12 is that's the advice I would have to myself. Like, you just back yourself more in big moments and trust that what you're doing is enough and you don't overplay. And sometimes it's okay to let a good player beat you because also your reputation matters. So if you're known as a player that's tough to beat, then your reputation across tournaments over time in college is going to build up and your confidence grows, and then suddenly you're jumping level. So that's what I would tell myself is, what you were doing at 1-all and 2-all and 3-all is going to work at 4-all and 5-all and 6-all, hopefully, unless the opponent raises their level, which if they do that, way too good. But just back yourself more in big moments. Would you guys consider interviewing Verdasco or Fognini? We would definitely consider interviewing those guys. Winston Do, I think, follows us. I'm pretty sure. Or he engaged with us before, but I honestly don't know him.
Who?
Winston Do. He's like
I think I played him.
Winston Do? Where?
Oh no, sorry, that's crazy. That's you too, man.
Yes.
So that's the next man. Sorry.
Is going pro in doubles worth it? It's becoming more worth it.
What that trophy is?
Oh, right there. The 2 trophies are right there. Did I show everyone this? We showed people these, no?
Is it worth it? You see that campeon?
Yo, don't drop that. You're holding that like very shaky, bro. Very shaky, bro.
You think I can drop this?
No faith, Justin. No faith.
Dre says you eat weights. Actually, you're strong. He's a strong guy, guys. Justin's a very strong guy.
One
You know
day I
what I
will
mean?
have one of these, bro. A challenger trophy. April 5th, 2025. History was made in Antigua.
That's right. I'm a jugador. Show this one. I'm a jugador.
Ganador, winner.
What is one decision you made that you regret when you were younger that affected your tennis career? Changing rackets. I believe changing rackets. Like, I was getting excited at the new shiny thing. So, like, when I'm playing with one racket and the new one comes out, like Wilson started making, like, the Ultra. Like, I was like, yo, sick. Like, I'm a fucking use the Ultra. Like, that can just set you back, like, months to years. Like, a bad racket, like, just set you back. And it's not even necessarily that it's the racket itself. It's that you play for so long with what you play with. You're used to it. And then you're just going to change that when, like, tweaking stuff is unnecessary, you know?
Bro, I played in juniors for a year and a half with a Prestige 93, bro. I would never have used that racket. I would have gotten to the what I play with now, or like a Babolat Aero or something way earlier.
Yeah, maybe we can do a better job of advising juniors to consult with, like, good racket technicians that can help them just understand their body, understand their rackets, and then just stick to that for a while. Like, don't change and, like, too often changing, like, tweaking with the weight and the grip and the this and the that. Like, I believe that set me back a little bit, in my opinion. Justin, have you heard of Noel Rutherford?
Noel Rutherford.
I feel like my dad has talked about
that
this
sounds
person.
very familiar, to be real with you, but I couldn't tell you who that is.
Is there a way to play horse in tennis? No, but there's a game we call cow in college. That's the game that...
Ass? AWS?
No, cow. I played ass as well. Cow is what... Do you see the video of Murphy and Igor Swiatek? That's cow. That's what we call cow. So fun. So you would love that game, actually.
I think I played once or twice. Maybe.
You would love that game.
When you just feed aggressively as soon as the point done.
Yeah, as soon as your teammate loses the point, you can just feed in aggressively. You dip it? Yeah? What do you mean? Boys, pull up to Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Cass says try some past players like Delpo. That is a good
Simon
shout, actually.
Yeah, that's the little boy put in the vlog that time.
What's your next tournaments? Justin's going to Dominican 25s, and I'm going to Little Rock and Tyler. Justin's meal plan is worth 100 grams of protein per meal. How do they actually make those trophies? Do they glue stuff on? I have no idea. That's the nicest trophy I've ever gotten, actually. Sick trophy. Heavy. Feels real. Body serve, over or underrated? Doubles, underrated. Singles, probably underrated, in my opinion.
Underrated if it's like a mix-up. I don't think you would serve body all day in singles. I don't know. Maybe
Can
I'm
I say
tripping.
what's an underrated second serve? Second serve
Right pocket.
is like a guy standing way back, kick body. I think that's underrated. Like, just hit a fast kick to him. Like 12 o'clock kick body when a guy's standing way back. Because they're looking for the one that's going to go angle and jump to the left. You just speed it up straight to them. Try it. You're welcome. If Justin pops off, this is why.
This guy knows ball, man.
If Justin pops off, this is why. By the way.
Yo, Thomas Price, I promise you, if we can get Del Potro, we will get him.
Is there a way for me to give chat money? Because this man Shri hit the nail on the head right there. Right there.
Yo, hey. hey, more of that. Hey, Shri, more of that.
Okay. Let's get back into it. Thoughts on Carew making the Geneva main draw? Yeah, that's sick.
Come on.
That's sick. Zed said he's a Jamaican Davis Cupper. That's who Noel is. Oh, I think okay. What do you think of Novak and Andy Murray ending their partnership?
I wasn't there.
Yeah, I thought that was a very cool moment, but I have no idea.
And you don't even know why. Maybe Murray didn't want to travel anymore. Maybe Djokovic was like, man, this was fun, but I had enough.
Kitty says someone get the young lady a blanket. I don't know why she's acting shy and was sitting over there. And like last time she was just chilling on the bed. She said, "Oh, now we have a nicer camera and the background is not blurred." I don't know, bro. I don't know. Look at the bed. There's a blanket right on the bed.
Comforter, really.
Yeah.
Also, hoodies were here.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for that interview with Dustin. This is from Coach Claude. Thanks for the interview with Dustin.
Yo, he leaves good comments as well.
He does, yeah. Super helpful. Is Justin a former teammate of Vadim?
We are teammates for life. I was talking to Vadim today, actually. Yeah, very close friend of mine.
David with the least hot take ever. Fonseca overrated.
I think, bro, the kid is 18 or 19 and he's playing unreal tennis. He's gonna lose some matches sometimes. It's okay. He's rated properly. I think he's a joke.
Correct.
And he's from Brazil, so they're just passionate people.
That's right. The Miami crowd was insane. Where we at here? Have you guys liked the video? Let's see how many likes we're at. Let me see how many likes we're at on this video. 39, and there's 47 people watching.
That's poor.
Please, just drop a like.
362 in here. That's
just drop a like for us, for the boys, please.
For the boys.
Get Renata's friend Emiliana Arango, who also is based in Florida. Do you know where she's based?
He just said, oh, like which part of Florida?
Yeah, I know who that is, actually.
That's the girl who wears a backward hat?
Yeah, sick player. She was super good since she was young. Fonseca should go back to college and get an education.
You're smoking
no
drugs.
Chance. Fonseca, no chance.
You've lost your mind.
No chance.
Yo, we went to the On event.
No chance.
We went to an On event in Miami, and Fonseca pulled up with his girlfriend in a black truck. He is not going to any educational institution ever in his life. That man is good. Talking about college. You lost your mind.
Olympic gold in doubles or bronze in singles?
Bronze
in singles. Easy. Like, you know the Opelka thing when he was talking about like doubles players just washed up or failed singles players? Like, he's low-key right. Like, I think majority of the doubles players would love to have a successful singles career. Like, bro, kidding me? That's so hype. Imagine walking out onto center court of like a slam and it's just like people everywhere. If you walk out center court, the doubles final is going to be like fucking 15% capacity,
no one's gonna be there.
20% capacity, which is still sick. But yeah. Novak done after this year? I hope not, bro. I hope he wins another slam.
Bro,
That'd be
I
so
hope
sick if he wins another slam.
Djokovic plays as long as he wants to play. If he's done after this year, he's done enough. If he wants to play 2 more years, he's earned the right. I don't like people get into this like he should retire stuff. Make me upset, bro.
Joanna says, oh wait, before that, Kitty asks, have you been to any of the slams? I've been to US Open.
I've been to the French Open and US Open.
Yeah, I've just been to US Open. I've been to Cincinnati Masters. That's the only ATP I've been to. Cincinnati? Oh, Miami, obviously. And Delray Beach.
Indian Wellers.
I've never been to Indian Wells. Never count Joko out. That's right. Coach Claude says, like, drop, keep going. Appreciate you, bro. Bro is done learning. I love a Gail Monfils interview. He's my favorite. I think he'd be
Trust
fun.
me, we would
I agree.
too.
I agree. Can you get Dustin Brown on the pod?
Anything is possible, brother. Believe.
That's right. Toronto's going to be crazy. Is Toronto the men's tournament this year?
I don't remember.
I can't remember either. Jody, what happened with you, DK, and Tawhid and Dom Rep? I was never in Dom Rep with those fellas.
Man, trying to be messy.
Yeah, I was not there with those gentlemen, sir.
Bro, I think it's actually, we have to get Songa and Monfils on the podcast because they are literally the set.
Yeah, but then there's also Fed, Nadal, Tsitsipas, Berrettini, Zverev, like they're also the set.
They
So,
have to be on the podcast. Must.
Justin, you trying to run dubs at the 15K one day?
Let me answer this delicately. I don't foresee myself playing too much dubs at the 15Ks because I'm not a doubles lover. But hey, man, something for you, I'll do it, brother. If you make it to 15K and I'm there,
Hey, if you drop a like on a share,
if you do one of them
Can you be sold?
super chats,
maybe
you want to super chat me, brother?
being sold out right now. Selling his soul.
Yeah. But fix your username, Jacoby. There's too many names on that, bro.
What do you think of all the players getting wild cards instead of up and coming? Let's say like Andy before.
If they won the slam, it's their right.
Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah. I think like French Open's gonna give like Stan a wild card because he won the French Open. Like,
Yeah, legit.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, me too. I think. Yeah. Novak will not win another slam. That seems to be. Zed, you and God been talking, and God told you that because you seem very sure that Djokovic will not win another slam.
Bro. It's Novak Gotovic, bro. What are you doing?
Favorite trip as a junior? Central America maybe was fun. My 18th birthday in Central America was fun. Get Rohan Bopana on
What'd
the
you do?
pod. I reached out to Bopana at Radio Silence. Huh?
What'd you do?
I just went to a tournament, bro. What do you mean? I went to a tennis tournament. What are you asking
Why is it
me,
so
bro?
fun?
I just had my birthday in Central America, bro. What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
I just celebrated my birthday, played tennis tournaments, and I enjoyed the trip.
Bro, Thomas Price, the way your brain works is amazing to me. The question that you're asking right now, like a Ken doll, like Bobby's love interest. I mean, I'm sure they'll make some money off it if they do it.
How long we been going now, by the way? How long is this?
We've
live
been chilling, hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yeah. Real.
Vibe still up though, 43
Bro, I need
concurrent.
to pack, bro. I'm leaving tomorrow.
This
When do you
man
get
missed dinner
married?
for you.
Yeah, I haven't eaten dinner. Evan asked when am I getting married?
When he finds the right one, you know what I'm saying? The right one.
Exactly. Ozan said Radio Pelka on the podcast would break the internet all over again. Yo, actually we should.
Gotta
I'll
have it.
message Kula maybe in a couple weeks.
Got to have it.
You hear what I just said? Justin, why am I messaging Kula in a couple weeks?
In a couple of weeks because we got some big stuff coming. We got some big guests. Big guests.
Come on now.
Hey, Owen, we got some big names.
Thomas, did your perspective on Kyrgios change after the pod?
A little bit.
If anything, it's just like I respect him for what he did for us. He didn't need to do that. He didn't need to come on our podcast.
To be fair as well, I had a change in how I see him even through the process of getting the podcast done because he's like been chatting back and forth with us, not super regularly, but decently enough. Like Jody sent him a happy birthday message and to come if you want to come on the podcast, and he was nice about it. He thanked him, and he was here in Miami, tried to get him on, and he actually kind of replied. And even though he was busy, because you saw him doing all this ads and stuff and trying to get his wrist right to play the tournament, so I found it odd that somebody with as much going on as he did took the time to actually communicate with us. So big respect to him for taking the time.
Yeah, facts.
Personally.
Didn't Kyrgios say Mustard plays tennis? Any dream artist or celebrity tennis enthusiast guest? Joe, you want to talk about Flagrant, or you want to tell them the story or no?
All right. So I've been watching. If anybody in here watches Brilliant Idiots or the Flagrant podcast, those are two podcasts that my favorite comedian Andrew Schultz is on. And I started watching this podcast when it first started, maybe like 9 years ago. I watched the first ever episode because he was on Brilliant, then he started Flagrant. And a few years in, they got this cameraman, Alex Media. And so this last 2 years or so, they've been all into racket sports. So Schultz is playing paddle and Alex is into tennis. And I noticed that. And Alex is a black man like myself, and he likes the black players. And we had Francis on, and I was like, you know what? Since we're trying this, be open to celebrities thing and try to get big names, let me just see if I can get connection with this guy. I sent him the podcast, and I told him I know he's getting into tennis. If he has time, give it a watch. Let me know what he thinks. And 2 hours later, he messaged me back and said he liked the pod, and he wanted to invite me to play some tennis with him when I come if I'm ever in New York. So yeah, and we've been going back and forth a little bit the last few weeks. Sent him the Kyrgios episode, and yeah, man. So it's pretty surreal, like how this podcasting thing works. Like you can connect with people in all different industries and stuff because you have similar interests, and you kind of, I don't know, I guess when you have a platform, it has reach, and I'm glad that we're starting to get some of that. And I hope one day, I don't know if we ever like leave tennis, but it might be cool one day to be able to sort of transcend tennis and kind of mix.
We transcended tennis before. We did track.
Yeah, track and field did horrible. Shout out to CJ Green. He gave it his best shot. Probably a little bit off out too. But yeah, it would be cool to speak to just people who are excellent at what they do and they get noticed for it. And I think that's anywhere from basketball to music to actors or whoever. So I think first we try to conquer this little tennis world and get good at this, and then we can see where we can take this thing. But for now, I think it's going to be mainly just tennis players.
Facts. Any upcoming vlogs? Tomorrow. Dropping one tomorrow.
Mañana, brother.
David says, bro, Loki, another guest idea, Jared Donaldson, if you guys remember him. I want to hear his story. Yeah, I used to train with Jared a little bit before he retired. He trained with Taylor Dent when I was there. And yeah, we can, if that's what people want, we can definitely get Jared on, if you would like to come on, for sure. I think I have his number still out. I'm sure there's a way that I can contact him for sure. You guys see Coach Prime post some tennis content today? Could be a good guess.
That would be crazy.
That'd be sick, yeah. ASU legend Justin Roberts.
One love.
Here we go. Let me scroll back up, I think.
When are you getting married, Jody?
When am I getting married? When I find the one. Most famous contact in your phone?
Nick Kyrgios.
He's not contacting my phone though. I would say the most Sloan, maybe. It's through the podcast, Sloan. And maybe like a DJ. Like DJ Puffy.
Damn.
I don't really have famous
This guy's
people.
so industry.
I don't know famous people like that. I watched Flagrant and I got tired of Schultz's epiphanies, but his stand-up is pretty good, but I think Schultz is so funny.
I've been a fan so long, and it's funny. I think they're great. And actually, Alex Media followed me, Jody, and the podcast after watching the Francis episode, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Like someone that I've not admired, but someone that I've listened to for years, actually know who we are and listen to us speak is kind of a weird, cool thing that happened recently.
Yo, our coach, tell me if this is a good idea, guys, if y'all are watching, still locked into this chat. Our coach said that a good way that we can like kind of engage with some future guests is we ask a guest. Let's say we have, I don't know, whoever the guest is on the week. We have whoever the guest is, and we say to them, who would you like to see on the podcast next? And then just see where that engagement goes, and that may help us to land the next guest. Do you think that would be a good idea to like end the podcast? And let us know your thoughts on that, and just let us know guest suggestions. Like,
remember we were talking. Oh,
go on. Like the Jared one is a good shout, and Coach Prime or whatever.
I'm on Feast and Federer and Jimmy Butler would be a hype guest, brother.
Sick. Yeah, Jimmy Butler would be sick. Andre asked, "Where's Shariq at, bro? Shariq is living good somewhere. I don't know. I have no idea."
But you know how he was talking about a tagline at the end of the podcast or the beginning of the podcast?
Yeah.
I think one came to me for the end of the podcast.
Why don't we do it at the beginning? Like how Schultz and Charlemagne start, like...
When we're talking to a guest, it's kind of weird.
Oh, really? Okay.
You don't think?
No. I don't know.
But
Go
yeah.
on. Oh, you don't want to do it on the thing in case it flops?
It might flop.
Micah says.
I was just saying, like, you know how when you practicing and you're talking, and it's like you're really talking on the next changeover?
Mhm.
Say something like that. Like, whatever, say the goodbyes, whatever, and we're talking on the next changeover. And done. Episode done.
That's clean. That's
Bro.
clean. You know what I mean?
Bro, my brain just be going. Actually, I think, bro, I gotta find a way to separate podcasts from the rest of my life. Because when the match started today, I was thinking about the podcast.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
Yeah, I realized it, but it didn't affect the level. I started the match well, but it was like, instead of having these anxious tennis thoughts, I was thinking about other shit.
I mean, it could be good to distract you.
It
but
went
I think
away, but I think
I do a good job of saying like, yo, I want to win this tennis match today, so I'm just gonna put the podcast on the back burner, and like it's very easy for me to disconnect.
Yeah, I don't disconnect very well.
Someone, Andre says, someone get Simone Hayal a job application. Who's that? Mike asked, did Beck like being on the pod? Who's Beck? Is that supposed to say Nick?
I mean, if you watched it, what do you think?
Is that Nick? Who's Beck?
I don't know. And she's back.
Could be a good segment before the Quizlet. Really good idea. See, we have to tell Beggy sometimes he has good ideas.
Bro, whatever Shri say, I'm with it.
Give the
You know
guests,
what I mean?
give the guests homework by forcing them to DM the person to pressure.
That's
pressure
funny.
them.
That's funny.
Ben Shelton will also be a fun guest. Ben Shelton, we're 0 for 2, I think, on the reach out for Ben Shelton.
We've tried.
Once a year. Maybe we'll try again next year. Do you guys watch Matt and Shane's secret podcast? If
Who is
you
that?
don't, you have to. I haven't. Keedy says they love the intro. Yeah, the intro meaning like Justin's intros? That's all Justin, bro.
Kitty.
Justin Roberts
I appreciate that,
and
man.
Maki.
Maki Rakoto Malala. What a legend.
Mercedes-Benz prize money tournament was the greatest match I've ever witnessed.
Bro.
Which Andre is this?
I don't know who that is, bro.
Is this the one that we met this week? No, right?
I don't know. But that's funny.
Like let me take to Google.
Bro, I don't know if I ever played doubles with Maki at the Mercedes-Benz. I play with Chuchi every time. Bro, I made $7,000 at the Mercedes-Benz tournament one time. With Chuchi. Chuchi was off the Bears every match. yo. Chuchi was off the Bears every match. We beat Nate and Maki in the final. Yo, Chuchi was off the bruise, bro. Amazing. He was playing so good. Yo, hype.
Where we at? Last few questions, then we gotta roll because I have to pack and eat dinner.
It's 10:30 at night. So I gotta edit a vlog, bro.
Martin Blackman on if we can. We'll give it a shot down the line at some point. Angie says, "What are you doing for your birthday?" I do not know.
I'll bake him a cake.
Ivan Lubicic on the pod.
Ivan Lucic is a crazy name. The ball-headed legend.
Learner T, and I think is not feeling it right now, but again down the line we can.
His agent definitely wasn't feeling it.
Yo, Nicki Minaj, Roman's Revenge with Eminem. I don't know if that's an embarrassing song, bro. Like Nicki Minaj is.
How'd that song go?
Like I'm not gonna sing it.
I almost
I'm
had
not
him.
gonna
I
sing
almost had him. I almost had
I'm
him.
gonna sing it.
My most embarrassing song on my playlist. I don't think I have any, bro. I mean, you might think it is, but I've been getting into some R&B. It's a song called by Mariah the Scientist.
That's fire.
Jody has no
That's not embarrassing. Taylor Swift?
Never.
No, I don't think I have Taylor Swift on my phone.
My most embarrassing song, probably some love song by Mariah the Scientist, bro. Camera
Camera
dead, no fun.
Well, that's a sign, people.
Yo, people,
If the camera's dying, that's a sign.
camera's
We need to
dead.
roll.
We should have charged it. We didn't. But
We being Justin.
this was fun. We gave you all an hour and a half. Y'all gave us great vibes. We had a therapy session. We talked tennis. Yeah, man. Thanks for all the support.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thanks to the people who dropped some donations in the chat also. Let me just put on the ending screen. Turn this down.
Yeah, this is sad.
Yeah,
This
we're
is
sorry,
this
man.
is
This is
a
not-
tough way to go.
It's not the way to end
a
it.
tough
you
way
know?
to go.
But we're sorry. We appreciate
Hey,
it.
hey. We'll see you on the next changeover.
Oh my
Or we'll
God.
talk on the next
Oh
changeover.
my
How does
God,
it go?
this guy's classy. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll get there.
We'll figure it out. Thank you, everybody.
Next
See
time.
you all later.
One.